I'm sorry, I can't start the video until you accept the cookie notice. Yeah, no matter what you think of this silly cookie law, if you've got a website, you have to allow your users to accept or deny cookies in a very simple and easy way. Yes, some of these. No, not these kind of cookies. These kind of cookies. They're delicious, these. If you're not familiar, this is a computer, right? You know, this is where cookies are stored. Okay, you've got to click recommended. Actually, go to the bottom, recommended. What am I talking about when I'm talking about cookies? I'm talking about things like Google Analytics. For Google Analytics to work, your website has to install a cookie onto a person's computer. So go right to the bottom, click settings. For you to be allowed to install that cookie onto a person's computer, you have to install a CMP. A CMP stands for Cookie Management Platform, which is a posh way to say, well, cookie management platform. In settings, unswish the slider all the way across, that's it. But now we have to give the users a choice. There's 25 cookies, don't worry about those. You definitely want to accept the analytics. That'll improve your experience, yeah. That leads me on to how we got here. In simple terms, Google is why we got here. Blame Google, that's why we're here, Google. I mean, they're not over there. Basically, for years and years and years, Google have been farming users' information through the use of Google Analytics, through the use of Google Ads, and all these other nonsense products that we install on our websites. Then when GDPR law came in Europe, the Europeans decided that this was no bueno. What's happened is you now need to accept 5 million cookies before you even launch a website. It's not a better experience on anybody's level, but here we are and that's where we're at. Still waiting for you to accept those cookies. I could stop the video there, to be honest, because basically you have to do it, it's the law. If you don't do it, you get fined. But let's carry on. So what does the law define now? Well, in the UK, if you have a website, you have to explicitly give users, and not explicit in that way, you have to explicitly give users a choice. When somebody comes to your website, you can't assume that they accept responsibility for those cookies being automatically installed on the computer, which means, well, it means a pain in the arse, to be honest, which means you have to implement a CMP that allows users to choose accept all, reject all, and despite you knowing nothing about cookies and me knowing everything about cookies, I have to let you choose about what cookies you want to accept. Make sure you accept Google Analytics though, that's important for you. This is an ill-defined cookie that installs something like lead forensics on your website that you absolutely want to say f off to. I'm now going to eat this cookie because no one wants lead forensics. So what's a CMP? I've still got some chocolate in my mouth. So what's a CMP and how do we implement it? Simple as this. Go to Google. Google. There's a couple out there that I like. Cookie Yes is my favourite one. Or go to Google and Google certified CMPs and find your favourite one on there. I mean, they're all shit. You're not going to find a favourite one. So that's it. Go do it or be sent to the Tower of London or something. Maybe that's the fine. I'm bored of this topic now. We're done. They were some delicious cookies.